Hey everybody, welcome back to Disturbing Kreationz, and I got another tips and tricks video for you today. So I had a tire that kept going flat and I thought it had a nail in it. I took it off, I looked at it, just happens to be on this truck right here. But I had I kept getting a slow leak. Now, I showed you guys how to change the slow leak, how to fix that nail that was in our disturbing BMW, the E46. I had a nail in the back tire. I took that out. I showed you how to use the reamer and put a plug in that without taking it off the rim. Well, when we took this tire off, there was no holes in it. So I pumped it up and I found out that there is a spot on the tire that you can't fix. You have to take the tire apart to get this fixed. I'm going to show you on the tire what I mean. I'm going to show you how to fix it right now. So as an example, because we're working on a truck tire, let's look at this one right here. You know, it's been sitting a while. You can see that it's kind of flat on this side, even though it has air in it, kind of going flat on the bottom. Very old tires, sat here for 3 years, but that's not the point. The point is, if this tire was leaking and you couldn't find any nail in it, then there's a dunk test you can do. You can put the tire inside a very large water, and then you get the tire up to the pressure that's supposed to be 30, 35, 40, whatever it is for your tire. And then you'll see the bubbles coming out. Well, we saw the bubbles coming out and it was around a weight. So what had happened is the tire deflated and came back up. So the weight was shifted around the rubber. So as you can see with this tire, there is a lot of dirt and grime, and especially like in these truck tires, if you go mudding and stuff, sometimes the pressure pushes mud past the seal and gets inside the tire. You can get a balancing issue with that, but that's not what happened. So let me flip the tire around. It looks a little more disgusting on the other side, so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So all of this dirt, like you see all this dirt just falling off of my finger, was hidden under the rim. So the rim lip is under there, and all this corrosion. So if you have aluminum rims, you'll get this white corrosion. And if you have your tires on your car, you don't use your car a lot maybe, and you've had the same tires on for maybe 4, 5, 6 years, who knows? Maybe this could happen in 1 year, depending on if you live in a very humid community area, and you just get that oxidation. So you see all this was letting air leak through. And I'll show you on the rim, all of this was leaking through as well. So this is old rubber that came off of the tires throughout the years. This is a 1990, so it's 35 years old, 34 years old if you want to get technical. And it's had a lot of tire changes. These are the original rims. That's why I'm trying to keep them. So all this rubber that's been cooked on here over the years, this doesn't get a good seal. You got to clean this off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wire wheel. Look at that. Just in a few seconds, we have just cleaned it off. So I am going to use the wire wheel brush, one of my favorite tools. I've been using it more and more recently for cleaning, oxidation, that kind of stuff. Learn how to use your wire wheel. You don't have to use it with air. We do use it with air because it's a little faster than an electric one with the rotation speed. But you can do this with an electric one as well. If you don't have this type of stuff, you can get one of those brushes with the metal on it and just scrape this off by hand as well. It'll just take you a little longer. You know, you don't have to have a fancy tool. You can go get an electric drill and stick this in an electric drill as well and use it like that. You know, this little tool to go a little faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this off of here and then show you what it looks like fresh, clean, new. And I am going to get some soap and some water and a brush and really scrub this bead around the outside and get all of this nastiness off. Not going to make the whole tire look good because, again, it's an old tire. It's got some dry drywall cracks in it like this. I'm just using this as an example, because if I can get this tire to work for like a month while we're moving the truck around and working on it, hey, that's great. And we didn't put any new tires on it to start wearing down those tires. You know, I want to use these crusty ones first. But let me clean this up real quick with just soap and water and one of those scrubby brushes, you know, that you use. I'll show you all the stuff that I'm using here in a second. All right, so I found one of those little brushes like this. And either you can do this method, you know, and sit out here and scrub this for a little bit. And a lot of it does come off, you know. A lot of it comes off, and then you can wash it and try it, you know, to do it again. Don't have to worry about all this stuff on the inside. Just this stuff on the lip. And a good portion of it comes off just with this, right? Just with this. Now watch this. This is a little bit easier. Let's get a real dirty section right here. Dirty, nasty section right here. Look how clean it is. So you could do it with this. It's gonna take you a lot longer. So go out and buy a couple of wire wheels for your drill, or you can buy maybe something like this that's electric. If you have a hose like this, go to Harbor Freight. Get one of these crappy ones for like 10 bucks, and then a pack of this for 5 bucks or whatever, 10. Spend 20 bucks on this thing. Hey, who cares? Now you can save your rims and save your tires. So I'm gonna get to work and get all this on, fill the tire up, and show you how it works. Now you see how clean the lip looks of the rim, right? Both sides. And make sure that you still wash it. I still have to wash it down to get all this stuff off that was floating around. You see all the dirt? But let's look at the tire too. So remember this dirty side? We didn't clean all that imperfection where air could sneak through. And then I took this little scrub brush. I didn't use the toothbrush, but I took the little scrub brush and look at the other side. It's like a new tire. Is that the same tire? Damien, did you switch your tire out on us to trick us? Nope. See, because here's the bad side. So I put about 15 minutes of work into just cleaning this, and it's going to have a great seal. But the rim is going to last for years. It's been like 2 weeks. I've been doing so much stuff. I forgot to finish this video, and when I went to edit, I didn't have any proof that the tire was up there. So you see where it was flat, where the mud is, because I need to wash it again. And then there's the spare that we did up there. And then to prove it, here's the 2 flats that we haven't worked on yet. That's completely flat. And I think that one's gonna have to go. That one's dry rotted. So, that was the seal. So make sure you guys do that. Pay attention when you go around their old rims. Get that rubber off. Get that dirt off your tire. Make sure those are sealing good, and you won't have to go out and buy new tires. Even if you buy a new tire, the bad stuff on the rim could have prevented the new tire from sealing correctly as well. So you have to just do this stuff.